Hi, Mark. What truck are we in?
We are in truck 220352, loaner truck.
Oh, where's our regular Millie at?
It's back in Phoenix while we're sitting in here in Miami, Oklahoma. And don't say Miami because the people here get mad if you say Miami, even though it's spelled Miami.
It's Miami. So we're running for who knows how long. Why do we not know how long we're going to be here in this substitute Millie?
We're shut down right now because of extremely high winds.
No, why are we in this Millie? If we were in our regular Millie, we would be shut down as well.
Because Cheryl ran over Bambi. No, but that's not the whole reason.
Did not. Bambi ran out and headbutted Millie. Cheryl had nothing to do with it.
But that's not the reason we don't have her. We don't have her because they're replacing a seal on the rear end, and that seal is on national back order somewhere on a freight ship in the China Sea probably, so we don't know when we'll get her back.
Yeah. So we were very disappointed to get that news when we took her in for her most recent maintenance, which means we had to move again. But we didn't move everything. We just bought the absolute bare minimum. There's mine and Mark's winter bags, a little bit of snack. Oh yeah, Mark picked up a big snack. Thank goodness for Sam's Club. And we grabbed a few tools, a flashlight, some emergency blankets, of course our safety vests, keep us safe while we're out here. Did you get our triangles? Okay.
There's some in here.
There's some in them. Okay, good. Yay. We did move our CB because we're going into winter and we always want to know what's going on the road, especially when it's bad. We didn't get our garbage can, so we're just running with a garbage bag. None of our kitchen, no microwave, no cooktop, no bag to keep our produce in. Just one little bed and another little bed. Got our laundry basket back there. And then this bag is completely full of all of our winter clothes, so when we need that, we have it handy. My bag of laundry. Mark's bag of laundry, or clothes I should say. And let's see, this has paper, plates, spoons, forks, our towels, some bread. Down here we have a little box of things we can eat without having to cook anything. Some tuna, peanut butter, extra mayo because my mayo's almost gone, and a bunch of cans of fruit. You can just, our little massage thing for our hands because hands start to hurt pretty bad. One knife so I can cut something. One can opener so I can open the tuna fish or something. And what do we have to eat? Hummus, jelly, meats and cheeses so we can make lots of sandwiches. I have some milk so we can have cold cereal, and down here we have a couple bags of salad so we can try to eat some kind of vegetable. So the fridge works, we were glad for that. The freezer's missing its door and it didn't have any racks in it, so we had to find something at home that would work to help organize everything.
The food situation in this truck is so bad I had to eat cow testicles the other night, but that'll be on a later video.
Yeah, so we are eating sandwiches and salads, unless we get really lucky and find a place we can stop, which we did yesterday. I'll show you our leftovers.
They're kind of gross.
Yeah, we finally stopped at that Indian restaurant at the Big Apple that I showed you. Got a couple chicken dishes and some rice. That was yummy. And tonight, since we're shut down due to really high winds. We're gonna go across the street right there and have some dinner at the Buffalo Run Casino Buffet. Well, I guess it's not a buffet during the only lunchtime. Yeah. So here we are, having a good old time. So a couple weeks ago, I was just driving down the road, minding my own business in the middle of the night in North Carolina, and suddenly I see, right on the side of the road, standing on the line, a deer. And as I got closer, I decided, you know, I'll just change lanes and give it a little berth. But no, it turned around and did a serious headbutting of the front of Millie. I mean, you would have thought it was having an identity crisis and thought it was a bull from Spain, the way it charged us. I had to drive a little bit before I could pull over and see what kind of damage it did. There it is, hitting the front light of poor Millie 5.0. And once I found a place to pull over, I got to check out the damage. So the light was broken, but the light still worked. That was good news. And both the hood and the bumper showed some damage, but I was 100% sure it was still okay to run. The truck wasn't damaged to the point that we couldn't safely make it somewhere. Now, we were in North Carolina when this happened, and I did not want to get stuck in North Carolina. I know what happens when your truck is in bad shape. We were 30 miles from our delivery, so I limped to the delivery, and then we were 30 miles from a shop where we could have our truck looked at. So we limped up there about 3:30 in the morning and waited until a mechanic came into work to get a second opinion on whether or not this truck was going to be good to run to get us back to Phoenix, where we were already scheduled for a maintenance. Our maintenance was scheduled for 4 days out, and we already had a load that was going to take us up from South Carolina, or Atlanta, from Atlanta up to Seattle, Washington, and then another load that would take us down to California and into Arizona. And once the mechanic looked at it, he said it should be okay, and he wouldn't guarantee that I wouldn't get a ticket if I got pulled into a wait station, but I know what happens. You can sit and sit and sit. Last time we got a loaner, our truck was in Washington, and we were out on the road in a loaner truck for 2 weeks because we didn't want to sit in a hotel room. I figured if we had to sit for a while they got the truck fixed, I would rather do it at home where I could enjoy the family and get some work done. So there you see it, the schedule. The deer headbutted us. We ran for 4 more days and made it home. Waited for a week to find out if Millie had been fixed, both in the body shop and at the mechanic shop. And when they told us that they were waiting for a part, we knew we were going to be sitting forever or have to take a loaner. And we finally caved and we took a loaner, much to our dismay. So there's Millie sitting in the shop waiting for the sill, all alone. And here's the fun we had for a week until we figured out we're not going back on the road in Millie, and we're gonna have to move everything over and hang out in a loaner. But this grandma's not complaining. We had a good time, and it went by awfully fast. I even got to teach him how to get into mischief in the cupboards. So now we're back on the road, and we left Phoenix, took a load up to Maryland, dropped that off with no problems, headed up to Carlisle, picked up our next load, and headed back to LA. Well, we only got as far as Missouri when I had a blowout right here. Yeah, big blowout. So 3:30 in the morning, I'm pulled over to the side of the road waiting for on-road to come fix the tire. It did enough damage that it destroyed the mud flap as well and bent the mud flap bar that it hooks onto. So once the tire was repaired, we had to find our way to another shop to have the mud flap bar welded into place. 12 hours later, Mark got us back on the road, and we headed down towards Oklahoma. Just as we got into Oklahoma, the winds went crazy. Yeah, we're hauling a light load today, and the wind gusts are over 40 plus miles per hour hitting us straight on from the side. Not a good condition. So we'll just hang out here, wait for the weather or the winds to calm down, and looks like it's going to be about a 48-hour sitting time. By Monday morning, we're hoping we'll be able to get back on the road and finish making this delivery down into LA. So this month has been a month of sitting and waiting and sitting and waiting. Yeah, you look at that. Wind speeds coming straight from the south, hitting us right on the side. If we had continued to keep driving with how light our load is, this is how Millie would have been shutting down, and yeah, I don't ever want to experience that.